It's 1:10 a.m. on Wednesday, what was it, 19th? Yeah, Wednesday 19th of November 19th on a Wednesday. I can't sleep. And I've been thinking about Superman, specifically 2025 movie Superman. No, more specifically, I've been thinking about, my new surroundings. Which, speaking of, I put a Venom shirt up. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Um. So how when I first saw Superman in the theater, I saw it with my mother and brother, and it really resonated with me, as those my personal life would know, and those that looked on social medias at the time would also know. Like the day after, maybe even the day of, my Instagram stories were full of Superman stuff. But so even then, I got pretty emotional at the end. I mean, I got pretty emotional throughout, but at the end, when like the first bit of emotions, I guess, was punk rocker with the footage of the Kents, because I mean, like, that's just so sweet. But then when Last Son starts playing afterwards in the credits, it's like the final nail in the coffin. So I almost cried there in my first viewing, but when I got here, I watched Superman again with my aunt, and again, I got pretty emotional throughout, but since there was a lot more going on in my mind, when Last Son came on at the credits, oh boy, the tears were flowing. Superman just helped a lot. It just did that for me, and yeah, I'm really glad it exists, and I'm glad that I saw it when I did both times. I mean, like, before the movie, I always like, I respected Superman's name and how, like, superheroes wouldn't exist without him. But um now that I've seen the movie, like, after the first time I saw it, like, I understood Superman. Because, like, I grew up in a Batman household, and even besides that fact, I always kind of just thought Superman was kind of boring. I didn't think he was lame. Like, I liked him. He could do cool stuff, but, like, I thought he was just boring. Like, he's nothing but just flight and laser beams. But after the movie, like, I just understood Superman. And so, yeah, now I don't just respect Superman's name. I love Superman now. Like, Superman is now one of my favorite superheroes, one of my favorite characters of anything. Number one is Goku. No, he's number two. Excuse me. I'm so tired. Number one is Robin, as you have heard me say, or will hear me say. It depends on when I decide to upload this. Um, yeah, Goku. You know me. I mean, like, you know me. I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan. likely the biggest Dragon Ball fan you'll ever meet, if you know me. Biggest Dragon Ball fan you'll see online if you don't know me. Even if you do know me, potentially. Who knows? There are probably bigger fans out there, but yeah. With Goku, it's kind of weird how I never understood Superman before the movie, considering Goku. Like, granted, they're different, but they're very similar. Like, I'm not just talking backstory, but like, with, like how Goku is always, he's an optimist, He's always trying to see the best of people and things like that, just like Superman. And that's one of the reasons I love Goku. How he lifts my spirits. Sometimes literally with a spirit bomb. Like, the spirit bomb, in terms of writing, is my favorite attack in the franchise, but like that Boo Saga spirit bomb is just like I sometimes get emotional to it. I know the last few times I've looked at it, like whether it be from the anime or games, like specifically Kakarot, but either way, the Super Spirit Bomb and the Boo Saga just like Goku and Vegeta. It seemed like they were all alone, that they were doomed. They were like they had no help, but then all of Earth came in at the last second. And like that's just like it's just beautiful, Genuinely beautiful. Um yeah. I guess I can go into why Robin is my number one favorite. So again, depending on when this comes out, it'll probably come out afterwards, but I have slash will mention that Robin is my number one favorite fictional character because of emotional ties. And like I there are so many Robin stuff in terms of like writing that I love. Like I think that's just good, but reason number one will always be emotional ties because me pops says that he's Batman, so obviously if he's Batman and he's my dad, so I'm his son, who's Batman's son, Robin. That was originally why Damien was my favorite Robin when I first learned about him, because he was his biological son. Like I'm my dad's biological son, obviously. I guess that might not be obvious, but yeah. And yeah, so I just love Robin because my dad. Now my reasoning for loving Robin has expanded, as I've mentioned. Like I like stuff with his writings. I'm into the character now, not just what he is. All of them except for Carrie Kelly, but my mom will know her as Becky. Yeah, Dick's story I love, Jason's story I love, Stephanie's story I'm not too familiar with, but I want to be. Like, I want to learn more about uh, Stephanie Brown. But what I do know and what I've seen, I like her. She's cool. She's really cool. Tim, I mean, he is Robin. You know, like that's just an indisputable fact. I'm happy that it seems that he's getting the spotlight again because he's been done real dirty past few years, but recently it seems like he's getting more respect on his name, so that's cool. Then Damien, obviously, as I mentioned, my favorite one. Now expanded beyond just being the biological son. I just really like his story and his development and stuff. And also, he's got a sword and a gray costume. Like, that's just sick. Yeah. That'll probably wrap it for this one. Real short, but whatever. Yeah. I never did my intro. Yeah, I love superheroes. Alright, I'm gonna try and go to sleep, but I know I won't. Maybe I'll end up finishing up school. Probably not, but hopefully this week. Peace out, nerds. Stay dope.